What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with an analysis breakdown of one of the greatest players ever in David Robinson. He was a long, tall, feisty power forward slash center, 7 feet plus height, quickness, fast, and had a nice finesse, soft touch when he had his jump shot going. And he was so tall and so unstoppable because you couldn't reach the basketball, even if you tried for the majority of the people defending him, that it became a weapon that he abused over centers and power forward, and they try to put somebody smaller on him or somebody quicker on him or somebody taller than him, and he was still able to score at will, and it was really nothing that you can really do but watch it go inside the basket and go right down through the net. And that shows you how skilled and how dominant he was. This is a guy that scored over 50 points multiple times, that scored 70 points multiple times, won the scoring championship, and was MVP, showing you that he was able to do multiple things on the court. And he was so fast and so quick that sometimes he can cover the space fast in transition and just outrun guards and forwards and finish at the rim in transition. And this guy had the post moves too, to where he can be one place on the court, grab the ball, spin move, grab the ball, use his footwork to beat the man to the rim, trick the man, and use his explosiveness to finish quickly in the rim. And he just had the ability to leap and jump very quick off of his feet and get right to the rim and dunk. And these things just made him a freak athlete, just absolutely crazy how dominant and how multi-talented he was, and how he was able to put you in triple threat positions and still finish um, with the basketball. And he was still able to score too because he can get the rebounds and go right back up and finish. But he was also unselfish. This guy always was looking for his teammates, always kept his head up, always was moving the ball. He can score in the low post, the high post. Sometimes he can just be at the top of the key and just read the defense, even though they'd be surprised that he didn't shoot it. But he can also find a teammate that can do something similar, like make a layup that's quick or make a mid-range that's quick. And that's what they needed to do, is feed off their best player. And he showed that in his MVP season, that it was nothing on the court that he couldn't do successfully. And just watching his footage and showing you how great of an anchor he also was defensively. He can cover so much space, run into the rim. He wasn't afraid to block bigger guys. He wasn't afraid to block smaller guys. He put on smaller guys at the perimeter, stay in front of them, and still block their shot or still break up a move and put them in the awkward position or put them in a contested position to where they can miss the shot, or allow the teammate to come over and help and put them in a better position and take the ball right out their hands. And it's tough to do that, to be this roamy, rangy guy and do it effectively and efficiently and dominantly. But David Robinson was able to do it for multiple years and become Defensive Player of the Year also. So when we look at a guy like David Robinson and we look at what he brought to the table, and when we look at the success of what he had as an individual player, we're looking at a guy that's a two-time champion when it comes to team winning. We looking at him individually being a most valuable player, a 10-time NBA All-Star, All NBA first team 4 times, 2 time on the NBA second team, and 3 times on the All NBA third team. That's over 10 plus years of dominating the game, because he was Defensive Player of the Year in 1992, and then 4 time All Defensive Teams, um, and All NBA defensive team, second teams 4 times. Also, that's 8 years. He was great as a character and as a man that didn't really fear anybody, but he always pushed his teammates and pushed his competition. And he was a NBA Sportsman of the Year. He's a guy that won the scoring championship. Like I said, he was a rebound leader. People thought he wasn't gonna be able to dominate, too lean, too small, not physical enough. But he was able to be a scoring champion in the paint primarily, in a rebound leader, in a blocks leader, showing you that he can do physical, and be physical with his defense and with his body, and do it successfully on a long period of time. And he came into the league as the number one pick and was the NBA Rookie of the Year. So he lived up to the hype when it comes to that. And he was on the All Rookie first team, which come with being the Rookie of the Year. And he was one of the top 50 in the top 75 players of all time. Means he's one of the greatest, and people notice it, and it's hard not to. And he retired with the San Antonio Spurs being the guy that was drafted there and stayed there his whole career and was able to lead them to victory by playing his part. Even though he wasn't the superstar, he was cool with being, the second guy or just a defensive anchor if they needed him to be that too, as he aged gracefully. And that's why you can look at him as a sportsman, knowing when to pass the torch, knowing when to be unselfish, knowing when to be dominant, and also knowing your place in your role as you age is something that you have to give him credit for, because it's hard to do that because most players still want to show that they still got it, and he was a guy that humbly passed the torch to the next guy that led the franchise, just like he knew when they drafted him. And he also dominated in college, two-time NCAA block leader, NCAA rebounding leader, National College Player of the Year, and then obviously consensus All-American and consistent second-team All-American. And he also dominated in overseas type of competition that gave him a lot of notoriety, which was fun to see him play on and off the court. Even if it was for fun, he still had a little competitive edge, and he dominated so many other areas and so many other places that just shows you why people consider him one of the greatest ever, like they always did. Other than that, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell. And thanks for checking out my older videos. And if you're new to the channel, I would recommend that you check out my older videos because you like videos like this. I have so many more other ones on this channel, and that gives you a reason to subscribe, but it also gives you a reason why, if you have some free time and you want to talk some hoops, or you thinking about some hoops, or you need something to occupy that time, this is the channel for you, because I have over 2,000 videos on this channel, almost at 3K. So it just gives you more reasons to want to check it out. And I will say most people don't complain when they see this type of content, and they end up loving it, so I think you will too. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'm gone.